Hi, welcome to Learn English and Practice with Marie. Today we're going to do Advanced Vocabulary Builder lesson number 120. We'll go through 10 advanced words and talk about their definitions, parts of speech, and review a couple of examples for each. We'll finish with a story so we can hear the words in context and end with a very quick review of each word. This is a series, so if you'd like this video, subscribe for more. Thanks, and let's get started. First, I'll read the words. Cultivate, necromancy, inextricable, ignoble, rapport, defile, knit, indefatigable, enigma, waver. First, cultivate. This means to prepare or prepare and use for the raising of crops as a verb, to foster the growth of as a verb, further, encourage as a verb, to seek the society of, make friends with as a verb. So to cultivate something is to nourish, encourage, and really sort of try to strengthen the growth of something. Farmers cultivate crops by making sure to fertilize soil and to tend to those crops appropriately. Similarly, we try to cultivate strong values in our youth by teaching them the difference between right and wrong. Examples are, she worked hard to cultivate a garden filled with vibrant flowers and fresh vegetables. He tried to cultivate patience, though it didn't come naturally to him. Necromancy. This means the supposed practice of communicating with the dead, especially in order to predict the future. As a noun. Sorcery or black magic in general, as a noun. So I'm hopeful that you don't need this word every day. This is definitely a pretty niche topic, but necromancy is this dark black magic, and often it has to do with communicating or reanimating the dead. You'll see in some horror movies that witches and warlocks practice necromancy, and it can be a little scary. Examples are, the old book contained spells that hinted at ancient necromancy practices. Many feared the sorcerer's necromancy, believing he could speak with the dead. Inextricable. This means impossible to disentangle or separate as an adjective. Impossible to escape from as an adjective. So when a connection is inextricable, it's very difficult to unravel. My relationship with political science, for example, is inextricable. Even though I don't study it anymore and I'm not really involved in anything relating to political science, I dedicated about 14 years of my life to the study of that field, and I'll never escape it. That connection is inextricable. Examples are, their lives were so intertwined that their fate seemed inextricable. The bond between mother and child felt inextricable even through hardship. Ignoble. This means not honorable in character or purpose as an adjective, of humble origin or social status as an adjective. So someone who's ignoble is not noble. They are somewhat questionable or from sort of a lower, more questionable status. And that is kind of a pejorative way to describe someone who comes from lowly origins. Take, for example, someone who cheats on their exams. That's very ignoble. That's definitely not an honorable thing to do. Examples are, betraying his closest friend was an ignoble act he would regret forever. She vowed never to stoop to such ignoble means to achieve her goals. Rapport. This means a close and harmonious relationship in which the people or groups concerned understand each other's feelings or ideas and communicate well, as a noun. So building rapport is really important for any sort of relationship, be it personal or professional. When I'm teaching classes, I find it really important to build a little rapport with the students before hopping into material because I want them to like me, I want to like them, and I want to have this mutual connection and understanding. So building rapport, building that connection is really important. Examples are, over time, the team developed a deep rapport that made collaboration seamless. It's easier to solve conflicts when there's a good rapport between the parties. Defile. This means sully, mar, or spoil as a verb. Desecrate or profane, something sacred, as a verb. So this idea of defiling means really interfering, messing up in a harmful way. The practice of archaeology is constantly having to combat the idea of defiling ancient artifacts or defiling ancient sites. So in the past, in archaeological digs, sometimes artifacts got destroyed. Those sites were defiled by those who were digging them up simply because they didn't follow basic standards of care in handling the artifacts and in digging them up. So definitely want to avoid that. I know modern archaeologists have pretty strict standards in place. Examples are, the hikers were careful not to defile the pristine wilderness with trash. Graffiti on the ancient temple was seen as an act to defile its sacredness. Knit. This means make a garment, blanket, etc. by interlocking loops of wool or other yarn with knitting needles or on a machine as a verb. Unite or cause to unite as a verb. And there are other parts of speech related to the first meaning. So to knit is to kind of loop yarn, and typically you're knitting and making a garment or a blanket or something to that effect. Examples are, she worked tirelessly to knit a warm scarf for her friend's birthday. Over time, the community began to knit itself back together after disaster. Indefatigable. This means, when referring to a person or their efforts, persisting tirelessly. So this word is pretty long. It's pretty hard to say. I wouldn't necessarily use it in casual conversation, but someone who's indefatigable is really relentless in trying to do the thing that they want to do. Take, for example, the protagonist in The Count of Monte Cristo. The Count is really persistent in getting the vengeance that he wants to get. He hunts down these men who wronged him and is relentless in doing so. He's indefatigable. Examples are, the activist's indefatigable spirit inspired everyone around her. The scientist's indefatigable work ethic drove groundbreaking discoveries. Enigma. This is a person or thing that is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand as a noun. So something that's an enigma, it's very mysterious, very hard to figure out. Take, for example, the Mona Lisa and her smile. It's very difficult to figure out the true sort of meaning behind that smile and to interpret it. Examples are, her smile was an enigma, revealing nothing and everything at once. The stranger's motives remained an enigma even after hours of questioning. Waver. This means shake with a quivering motion as a verb, become unsteady or unreliable as a verb, be undecided between two opinions or courses of action, be irresolute as a verb. So take, for example, someone who's an undecided voter, someone who doesn't know who they're going to vote for. In American politics, the presidential elections are dominated by two major political parties, And when you have an undecided voter, often they're wavering between the Democrats and Republicans. They don't know which way to go. And when a voter wavers like that, of course, both sides are trying to win them over. Examples are, she didn't waver in her decision, even when others doubted her. The flame of the candle seemed to waver in the gentle breeze. So let's read a story for some extra practice. The rebels sat around the fire, their voices low as they planned. Trust was hard to cultivate among them after years of betrayal and loss, but they knew they had to knit their alliances together to stand a chance. Their leader, Marin, had an inextricable connection to the tyrant they fought, a secret they feared would defile the fragile rapport they had built. One night, Marin confessed the truth. The tyrant was her brother. His ignoble rise to power came from forbidden necromancy, and she had once helped him. The group wavered, unsure if they could trust her, but her indefatigable resolve convinced them to continue the fight. Together, they unraveled the enigma of the tyrant's power and prepared for the final battle, knowing unity was their only hope. So, let's review these words quickly, and I'll spell as we go. Cultivate, C-U-L-T-I-V-A-T-E, has to do with preparing crops, fostering the growth of, or encouragement. Necromancy, Necromancy, is communication with the dead, sorcery, or black magic. Inextricable, Inextricable, means impossible to disentangle or separate or escape from. Ignoble, Ignoble, means not honorable or humble in origin or social status. Rapport, Rapport, is to build a close relationship with. Defile, Defile, means sully, mar, or spoil, to desecrate or profane. Knit, Knit, means to make a garment out of wool or to unite or cause to unite. Indefatigable, Indefatigable, is when referring to a person persisting tirelessly. Enigma, Enigma, is mysterious, puzzling, or difficult to understand. Waver, Waver, is to shake or quiver, to become unsteady or undecided. So again, those words are cultivate, necromancy, inextricable, ignoble, rapport, defile, knit, indefatigable, enigma, waver. Great job today. There are other videos like this on this channel, and more are coming soon. This series was meant to have 100 videos. Now it has 120, and we'll keep going. I'll put playlists and videos right here so you can check them out. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video. Bye.